How's it going? How you doing? We got a lot accomplished earlier today. About to accomplish a whole lot more, I hope. I hope. Okay. Going to stream till about 9:30. 3 to 3.5 hours. We'll see how far that goes. Game of Thrones tonight, so gotta pill out early. Catch those super awesome story stuff. I don't really know where I was going there with that. Earlier today, I was chasing around this little guy, and hopefully things start going well with him. Let's get into it. No. Yes. Shifting nervously from foot to foot, Gabu struggles to meet your gaze. What are you doing? Get out of here. I heard Great Father Totten loves crystals, cherishes, covets, loves them, and if we gather enough, he will return. That's why the patriarch told everyone to go forth and gather them. Shit. Sorry. Only half way ready here. So I was thinking, if we take all the crystals away, maybe the Great Father won't come. Very good, Gabu. I was just thinking the same thing. Do you know where these crystals are stored? I know. Oh. Several spots, each defended by a different order. Gabu wanted to steal them, but he was too afraid to go alone. Yes, too afraid to go alone. But together, we can take them away and hide them. Come, Gabu. We'll lead you to the first cache. I'm gonna go ahead and get the edgy out and Choco here. Quickly. Do you have them all? Good. Lead on, Gabu. This way. Speed things up a little bit. Maybe it'll get a little voice audio, maybe? It'd be nice. Nope. Time is short. If you have the crystals, we should move on to the next cache. Did you hear me, brother? Aye. It's just that. I am quite certain that crate once boorish guardian sills. Someone took great pains to remove all the traces, but enough remains to make out the pattern. See for yourself. I struggle to imagine kobolds traveling to Korthas to obtain crystals, much less bother to conceal their origins. I suspect these crystals were smuggled into Vilbrand by another party, most likely a pawn of the Ascians. as Thancred speculated. I don't understand. Who are the Asians? Do they worship Great Father Totten too? Ah, never you mind about that. All Alexei said, we do not have a lot of time. Can you lead us to the next cache, Gabu? Yes, of course. Gabu knows the way. This next one is the last, and is very large, very big, very huge, very large. Though you cast about for time, you see no sign of the crystals. Confound it. What about you, Tomberry? Any luck? Nothing. This cannot be. Gabu saw them. Spotted them. It's all. Think, brother, think. They must have moved them, yes? The question is, where to, and why? Within Ogomoro, where they summoned Totten once before, and mean to do so again. It is the only explanation. What about Mother and Father, and the others? We have to help them. And we will, Gabu. We will. Stay calm, we still have time. They have yet to call for the remaining crates, yes? If they had, then they would have found the other cache empty and sounded the alarm. Nevertheless, I believe the time for stealth has passed. We must breach the navel and seize the remaining crystals. There is no other way to prevent Totten's summoning. But first, give me your crystals, that I might deliver them into Commander Beldine's custody. Bluiden's custody. Bluiden's. We dare not take them to the bells of the mountain. The crystals, Tomberry, if you'd be so kind. Crystals. Thank you. I shall deliver them to Camp Overlook for safekeeping and brief Commander Bloaden on the situation. Pray go ahead. As I recall, there's an eighth route within the Ugamaru mines that should deliver you to the naval Gabu. Doubtless knows the way. Wait for me there. I shall rejoin you anon. Strange. I would have thought you eager to remain in the thick of the action, but if it is what you would prefer, then Godspeed, brother. This way, this way. Ah, I forgot. They make you work for it. That's it. Ah, I take it this is the Aetherout we seek. Right then. As soon as Elfino arrives, we go. I trust you feeling suitably heroic, Tomberry. There's no telling what sort of resistance we'll face in there. We shall see. Quickly, you clods. Briskly, swiftly, quickly. I will not suffer any further delays. Lay down your arms and surrender. We have your crystals. There will be no summoning this day. Overdwellers here? But how did you? Where are my parents, Patriarch? Where are they? Damn. Mother. Father. Coke for the furnace. You monster. How could you? Ah. We are but servants to the Lord of Crags. We are his, that he may drink of our blood and partake of our flesh, that he might draw upon the strength of children and defend them from the tyranny of the overdwellers. No, I say, not yet. I understand, Patriarch. I do. Your fear, your anger, your hate. You would do anything to protect your people, anything to deliver them from the despair, whatever it takes to ensure that those who threaten you can never do so again. But in your single-minded pursuit of this objective, you have brought suffering on your own kin, and you have sacrificed the lives of the very people you sought to protect. But it need not be this way, Patriarch. Renounce this bloody course. Cease your attempts to summon your god and work with us together to build a lasting peace. Another peace to be abandoned to overdwellers, convenience. Oath-breakers, all of you. Liars, betrayers, oath-breakers. You take and you take and you take. And when you have had your fill, you sue for peace. You promise that this time is the last, until you grow hungry again. And when we dare to defend ourselves, you declare this beast tribe cannot be suffered to live. That is our God. That our God drains the land of ether and brings naught but suffering, death, destruction, suffering upon us all. I will hear no more laws from you and your overdwellers. You've ruined your lands, you'll not ruin ours. I said I'd come for you, and I did. I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. Say something, please. Please. Damn. Please. Wake up, 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 wake up. Wake up! What are you doing, kid? Summon Totten. Seven hells. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Alfina, leave it to me. Carbuncle? Isn't Carby at him? We must away. By the 12. How could I be so foolish? I should have known better than to let Gabu accompany us, given what we were like to find. His anguish and his despair have served to birth a primal, just as surely as I would in the... You gotta chill. Supplications of the faithful, worse being born of such luminous emotion, incarnation of a Taunton seems incapable of naught but violence. If we have one cause for optimism, it is to rot many crystals were present. They represent but a fraction of the quantity intended for the summoning ritual, meaning that Taunton must be far weaker than planned. Be that as it may, he is yet a primal, and the longer we leave him to bleed the land of ether, the stronger he will grow. And should Taunton be permitted to leave Ogamoro, more lives will be lost. The Maelstrom will rally their troops, and the cycle will continue. Tonberry, you know what must be done. Will you face the Lord of Crags once more? Clara, what is up? I've been putting in my time, trying my best here. Thank you, though. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Alice, and I will tend to Gabu. When you have finished the primal, look for us in Camp Overlook. We will be expecting you. I'm ready. Hopefully I don't fall off the sod. It's been known to happen. Let's see. In the meantime, I'll do... First I'm gonna hit up Old Off. I think I've got quite a few bit of things that I can actually get rid of still. Earlier I was queued up for a dungeon when I was trading off some items for some seals, which is something else I really need to check out as well. That's really cool. Keeping them all around the same level? That's really awesome. But yeah, I'm getting there. Trying to level up as much as possible. I'm hoping I'll be at least level 61 when I hit Stormblood. Hoping. I've got a lot of stuff here. I'm just gonna kind of do what I was doing earlier, start from the bottom and work my way up. Just get rid of all the things that I'll never be able to use. Except for the Holy Lance. I'm keeping that for no reason whatsoever. Keeping it though. We get to hear this over and over again for a little while. Skill speed, vitality. Yeah, I don't need that. Zombie Fox. So long. Oh, it hasn't been that long. It's been like 3 hours. I had a good bit of fun in my little 3-hour break. Got an energy drink. Hung out with a bud. Walked my dog. There's a lot of stuff here. Ah, I gotta love the sound. So much stuff. Yeah, sorry. I'd turn it off if I could. Okay. That's enough of that for now. Let's apply for a promotion. Commander Swift, I'll show you what I'm worth. Swift has a special assignment for you. Do you now, Sergeant DeSoppel? Your deeds of late have gone not unnoticed. As fortune would have it, we have just received a distress call from House Dismal, I forgot how they said it, in Ishgard, and Avman to assign you to the mission. Your task, in brief, travel to Dismal Darkhold and purge the subterranean fortress of the void scent that lurk within. Prepare yourself, then make your way to the central highlands of Korthus, where the Darkhold laws. Ophile, a knot of the House Dismal, will provide you with a more comprehensive briefing when you arrive. I trust you will not let us down, Sergeant. Ah, you like it. That's good. I'm trying, for heaven's sword. I'm trying. Stormblood still seems so far away. Honestly, if my Q-toms were not so horrendous, which right now it's not really too bad, I believe I could have made a lot more progress, definitely. I can't wait to get to it. I cannot wait. Okay, so I'm not going the right direction. That would have been bad. There we go. You know what? I'll just let it chill. We'll let it count down over there. I'm starting to ignore that part of the screen. Except for that, you know, the aether flow there. I'll keep my eye on it. Wow. It is a ledge. L-A-L-E-J. Mihamo Eledge. Milano? I don't know. That could be two L's. We'll click on it. Yeah, it's two L's. Milano Eledge. Oh no. Don't tell me I gotta get queued up for something else here. Well, who goes there? Oh, you must be the reinforcements. I beg your pardon. Recent thoughts have left me as skittish as an untrained chocobo. Dismal Darkhold. The name itself sends a shiver up me the spine, does it not? The place has been infested by all manner of fearsome voidsin of late. Why, I've even heard word of statues coming to life. Ooh, okay, good. We'll get back to this. I'll have to skip through it a little bit next time, but no doubt we'll get back to it. I want to get that promotion. Fusion, what is up? Very true, Fusion. Very true. I've heard a lot of that. That players like me have it a lot easier now than players who started a lot earlier. I'll have to do that dungeon later. This is more important. Okay. I am only level 50. Wow. I've got nothing I can use, really. Oh no. I keep forgetting I don't have certain spells anymore. This place, it's almost like PTSD in here. Had some bad experience with Totten. Just kind of ignoring Mazeman. Oh no! There it went. Right off the sod. I will never be able to not fall off the side of this place. I wish I could run this place just consecutively one day. Maybe, just to get the feel for it, but probably not in the foreseeable future anytime soon. He's doing so good, I should have just stood still. See how they're doing, how much life do we have? No, they did it. No, they did not. Yeah, I'm not the best at this place. I just have the problem of getting knocked off. These healers are doing a really good job though. One's already fallen and been rezzed. Ooh, both of the healers are gone now. Tanks are doing a good job though. A really good job. Ooh. They may get it. Oh, that last tank, he's inching it. Oh, that I heard. I don't think so, really. Yeah, he's definitely difficult. He's got his moves. Right now, Choco. Ooh, crucial moment. Just kid time. Or that thing, that'll work too. Oh my goodness. This game is not doing me any favors right now. It will not target Todd. Oh my goodness. I've got to go insane. Even the touchpad. Whoa. Oh shit, get me on those hills. Woo. But this is super tough right now on healers. Oh, why did I use Bane? Why did I use Bane? Oh, no, no. I do not want to get knocked out of here again. Didn't get knocked out that time. Yeah. Victory. We did it. Yeah. Totally did. Staff of Crags. And somebody's been waiting on that. And it will not help me, so I will let them have it. Goodbye, loot. Tank. You probably did well. Hey, chill. I wonder how long it'll take to get in here. How far did I get? Probably gonna take forever to get through this one, so we'll just put it on hold for now. And we'll get back to the main scenario. There we go. Okay. To Los Nausea. Camp Overlook. What is up, El Delito? How's it going? It's an annoying dungeon, in your opinion, eh? Ah, well, it's all good. We'll worry about it later anyway. Just focus on the story for now. Ah, there he is. Did I not tell you he would have returned safe and sound? The deed is done then. Time is no more? Good. There has been enough tragedy this day. He has been like that since he gained consciousness. We believe that he can hear us, but he has made no attempts to respond. He is almost certainly still in shock, but we cannot discount the possibility that he succumbed to the primal's influence. Should that prove to be the case. He must be put to death like any other thrall, such as the Alliance policy. Yes? You have the right of it. We must not rush to the conclusion. After all, we once feared that Ysal's followers were beyond reason, and may have since laid down their arms and accepted Ishgard's peace. We can but watch, wait, and pray. Alfino would rather not worry about what he about what may or may not come to pass. There is not to be gained from dwelling on eventuality over which we have no control, much less one which may never even come to pass. Let us tend to more immediate matters, informing Commander of Taunton's demise, for example. You may be certain that he will be glad of the news. Would you be so kind as to break it to him? Where are you at? This way. Whoa. Now that is a cool map. Ah, you're a sight for sore eyes. When the others came back without you, I was feared for the worst, but they said you had matters well in hand. All settled then, is it? I'm glad to hear it, but not half as glad as my men'll be, believe you me. Regardless of whether or not he was summoned properly, a primal's a primal, and there ain't no soul in the maelstrom that hasn't lost a friend to one. Don't get me wrong, like, we were all prepared to do our part, but we weren't so naive as to think we'd live to tell the tale. Thankfully, of course, it didn't come to that, which, my friend, sounds to me like cause for the celebration. Now, I know you lot have places to be, but why not stay the night? We'd be honored to raise a glass in triumph to return of Taunton's bane.
Who goes there?
She was ready to snap.
Oh, it's you. Forgive me for straying from the camp. He hasn't been feeling too welcome, to say the least. I thought a change of scenery might do him good. But, alas.
What is up, Matthew?
The stars spread out before us, beckoning across time and space. Dawn may banish even the darkest night. How bitterly beautiful, those words. I should be stronger for all my experiences, yet my heart aches more than ever. I never understood why Grandfather gave his life that day. I thought that if I came here, I would find the answers I needed. But when I finally laid eyes on the land he sacrificed everything to save, saw firsthand the bickering, the pettiness, I was disappointed. I was angry. I could not fathom how these people were more deserving of his love than his family, than me. Nevertheless, I had to believe he had good reason. I was determined to uncover the whole truth of the calamity and, perhaps in so doing, find my own purpose in this sea of chaos. My travels have been enlightening, but I cannot say that I have enjoyed them. I have lost count of the many petty crises that I was helpless to resolve and of the people whose actions I could not understand. There were others, of course. Good people. People with whom I felt a kinship, whose lives I could not save. I found myself asking what it was all for. Why try if I was doomed to fail in the end? But then I recalled Grandfather's words to my father, years ago before he left Charlayan behind forever. To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. We must all protect that which we hold most dear in the manner of our own choosing. We have to try, do we not? Of course, it's one thing to try and another to do. There were times while I was tracking the warriors of darkness when I faltered, when I was afraid. But then I thought of my brother, of Urianger. Oh, pray forgive me. This conversation has been rather one-sided, hasn't it? Mayhap you could recount some of your adventures in Ishgard.
Okay, what will we say? We had to face Taunton again. You didn't miss too much. I traveled far and wide with two companions, Estinian and Yasal, who were very, well, under some rather unique circumstances, I had the pleasure to fight alongside Sir Emmerich, when Alphino and I came at last to the Jordanian hinterlands. I like this. This is pretty promising. We'll slide with Alfie now. We are talking to Alice. It's probably a good tell.
We had no clear memories of our life in the hinterlands, having returned to the motherland as infants. Nevertheless, I am quite familiar with Master Matoya, as is every Charlayan. I should like to speak with her someday. 'Twould not surprise me if Alphino's recent maturation was at least somewhat due to her sage guidance. I would never tell him this, of course, but there have been moments when I've caught myself thinking of him as an elder brother.
We're on the same page, Zombie Fox.
So many rest on your shoulders, warrior of light. As long as the sun rises, we can but carry on, for the sake of those we hold dear.
Good scene. Uh-oh. Is this Vesper Bay? Is that where they're at?
To what end dost thou cling to the tainted gifts of the Mother?
It's just making me think more and more the way he's talking.
Every tool has its purpose. Even this. Well, what is it?
The seeds sown in Vilbrand have been plucked from the earth and left to wither. Alas, Titan's demise sufficed not to drive the kobolds to deepest desperation.
What did the man in white have to say?
That we are to proceed as he did first set forth.
Well, that's easy for him to say. It's not his bloody world on the brink of destruction, is it?
Be thou well reminded that with an end to Ishgard's unrest, naught now remaineth to preoccupy the Scion's thoughts, and thus may they devote their every energy to thwarting thee and thine. I foresee only greater difficulties ahead.
Foresee? Are you sure you don't welcome them? I'm starting to think you might hold a candle for your old friends after all.
Pray do not mistake mine intent. I but look upon the path which lieth before us with due trepidation. Shouldst thou be of like mind, pray consider then another course. For the power to invoke the ardour belongeth not unto the Ascians alone. With thine own hand strike down thine enemy, the so-called hero who would see thy home lost to light. Do but this, and thou wouldst at a single stroke disrupt the all-too-delicate balance of this realm, plunging her straightways into chaos.
You do realize what you're suggesting, yes?
To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. The words of my teacher, and a creed I hold close to my heart.
That is a big hood. You're right.
Very well. Draw him out. We'll make it quick.
It shall be done. What good a creed one cannot uphold? What hurts soothed? What lives saved? Oh, hapless fool, what hast thou wrought by thine own hands? Minfilia, my friends, I shall not now beg your forgiveness. Full deeply though it paineth me to walk it, I shall not stray from my chosen path. As Moonbreeder remains steadfast, so too shall I.
I'm just convinced that this is Urianger now. He said too much. Take off the mask and put on the headgear. Light up that hood. What is up, Kaokin Kitty? It is great dialogue. I love every bit of it. Every bit. It's so awesome. What ho, Tonberry. I trust you had a great night's rest. I was but this moment speaking with Thancred and Y'shtola via Link Pearl. They had some interesting news to share. Apparently, during the course of their respective investigations, both came across crates which had once borne Ishgardian seals. It would seem that someone in the capital has been very busy indeed. Accordingly, the Temple Knots have launched a full-scale investigation. Sir Amric believes that it is only a matter of time before the culprits are found, but we shall have to wait and see. In the meantime, it only seems prudent to look into the recent activities of the other tribes in case they, too, are flush with the Ishgardian crystals. And with that in mind, I suggest we pay Urianger another. Wait. Where is Alise? She was here a moment ago with Gabu. Oh no, what's going down? Is he like... Is she gonna put him down? Is he touched? Tainted? Let me guess. It's time to leave, isn't it? My apologies for disappearing again. If it is in any consolation, I have already packed my things. How is he? Brother Commander Boledin. Something tells me you are not solely here out of concern for his welfare. But to answer your question, there has been no change. He will not speak or eat. I'm not even sure he slept. If he did, he seems none the better for it. He just shuffles about with that same expression on his face. You will look after him, won't you, Commander? And treat him with every kindness. He's still in there, I know it. Beneath the anguish and the despair, he's still fighting with all his heart. He deserves to be given that chance until he comes back to us, until we know for certain what has become of him. You needn't worry. If he hadn't risked his neck to warn us and help you secure the better part of the crystals, this could have turned out a damn sight for sore, worse than it did. We'll not soon forget, and nor will the Maelstrom command. I'm so sorry, Gabu. I truly am. You should have never made it to... And I know I cannot possibly understand. Mayhap there is nothing I can do or say. The pain, the anger, the helplessness. Hold fast to the memories of better times. Remember them as they were. And when it hurts so much your heart feels fit to burst, let it burst. Let it burst and fill up again with your love for them. And never forget. Come along, little one. I will remember them. And you, Alise. Thank you. Oh, that's sad. Yeah, it would be nice to see him without the helmets, you're right. Have faith, sister. Your words have reached him. In time, he will recover. And those who orchestrated these events will be made to answer for their crimes. A thousand times over, there will be a reckoning. She got serious. There went Choco. Whew. To the waking sands. I'm so excited to see what's gonna happen next. And I'm super stoked for Game of Thrones. Oh. You guys don't gotta worry about any of it either. I won't talk about any spoilers of the show too much on here. Don't want to ruin anything for anybody, or make it boring for people who don't ever watch it. At least I can dream about flying here with Sildren. Jump, jump. We have heard the glad tidings from Ogamoro, my friends. By the grace of the 12 and your most valiant efforts, the people of Limsa Lominsa may rest easy. I should like to think so, yes. Though we failed to prevent the Lord of Crags from manifesting, we did succeed in weakening him, enabling our friend to dispatch him before the warriors of darkness could make matters worse. 'Twas by no means an unmitigated success, but will have to suffice. Then let us speak of another matter, one which weigheth heavy on my lady's mind. As thou didst request, I sought out the Girun oracles, that we might better understand the aims of the warriors of darkness. Though their copious use of allegory defieth any single interpretation, the oracles paint a most disturbing picture, one of the worlds parallel to our own, apart yet linked, reduced to ruin with every umbral calamity. 7 times they succeeded. Then 10 and 3, only 6 worlds remain. Aye, all is as my lady Menphelia spake unto thee. As for what becometh of these reflections, when they and the source are rejoined, frail flesh undone in umbral fires, each soul surrendereth to her call, to flow unto endless sea, there to endure as one and none. Then if the warriors of darkness succeed, everyone in their world will die? In essence, aye. The verse speaketh of the renegation of flesh and subsequent return to the lost stream. However, this fate may yet be preferable to the alternative. If the first were to fall to transcendent light in the manner the warriors of darkness described, it would give way unto a void wherein none may know either life or death. Far better to die, they reason, for in death there is life. The essence of a soul which returneth unto the source may both be born anew, saved. Such, at least, is their belief, I surmise. If that is true, then, gods, no one should ever have to make such a choice. Ere we speak further on the subject, I would share with thee another recent discovery. 'Twould seem that several sizable shipments of crystals have been delivered into the hands of certain Alamegan parties. Alamegans, strange. And you believe this to be the work of the same Ishgardian smugglers who supplied the beast drops? I know beyond a shadow of doubt. And lest thou wonder at their motive, I would remind you that the Asians did once attempt to bring about the summoning of Rhalgr. The individuals who took receipt of these shipments are refugees belonging to a group devoted to the cause of the Alamegan liberation. It may also interest thee to know that their Ishgardian suppliers appear to be none other than the remnants of Eloin Riole networks of spas. Surely you jest, and yet it is not so surprising. Berith the leader, and hunted by the Alliance, I can well imagine such villains being desperate enough to conspire with Ascian, assuming they even know or care who their employers are. They should have done voice dialogue through this. All of which is irrelevant. Forgive me, we must seek out the resistance group which received the crystals without delay. Tonberry, Alice, will you come with me to Little Alamigo? Yes, of course. I should like to hear what they have to say for themselves firsthand. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal. Awesome. Yeah, I tried not to find spoilers. I'm not too into it. Thank you for not giving it away, though. Very cool. And congratulations. What is up, Gonzalo? How's it going? Things are about to get sloppy. Alfino, Alice, Tonberry, are you three listening? Good, I have tidings. The Temple Nonce raided the smuggler's warehouse less than an hour ago. A cursory interrogation of the prisoners yielded confirmation that they were in the employ of, and I hope you are sitting down, a man in black robes. Then you have them, and the crystals too. What few remained, regrettably, it would seem that they have dispatched one final shipment in the hours before we struck. 'Twas bound for Little Alamigo, we are told, where it will be received by a member of the local resistance group. Since Sir Emmerich's men no longer have need of my services, I have a mind to head that way. As do we. Be happy coincidence. We learned of the shipment but a few moments ago. Ha! And there I was thinking I might finally be one step ahead of the Warrior of Light and his little helpers. Ah, wait a moment. There is more, and I defy you not to be surprised by this revelation. The elder of the Ishgardian smugglers was formerly in the employment of one Eline Roelle, the infamous Ivy herself. Once again, Thancred, I fear I must inform you that... Thancred, with whom else have you shared this information? About the smugglers, no one. As I think I mentioned, the raid was less than an hour ago. I was planning to contact Yashola next, but there is someone else you would have me notify first. No, there isn't. Hit us up with that voice audio next. What's going down? Speak with Alfino. What in the world has gotten into her? It was twice now the way I've sought Urianger's aid, and twice she has treated him as if he were a stranger. The Archon was one of the grandfather's most dedicated pupils and spent as much time as Livignora's estates as we did. He's practically a member of the family. Truth be told, I struggle to recall a day from my childhood when I did not see the three of them laughing together. If this continues, I may have to raise the matter later, though. Little amigo awaits. So we're putting a halt on that one, huh? Have some fun thoughts to look forward to for sure. I'm definitely looking forward to that. Some fun thoughts. What I hope is that this energy drink is not a mistake. I don't want to be up too late. Hopefully I'll just crash. I will get to the bottom of this. Oh, forgive me. It has been a long day. Did you have something to say? Ariandre, I've always struggled to understand what's going on in his head, now more than ever. Listen, Tonberry. If anything should happen, it should be me who... Just know that I'm prepared to do what must be done. Right, then. To more pressing matters, since we have no idea when Thancred might arrive, I suggest we see what information we can gather in his absence. Alfino is eager to get to work. So, to review, we are reliably informed that members of the Alamegan resistance operating here have taken receipt of several large shipments of crystals, our task being to ascertain who and why. Given the size of the settlement, I find it hard to believe that anyone here could be wholly unaware of the resistance movements. The challenge, of course, will be finding individuals who are both able and willing to share such information with outsiders. It would seem sensible to divide our forces. Tonberry, why don't you question the residents in the eastern half of town, Alice, and I will do the same in the west, and afterwards we can rendezvous here to share our finding. Good night, Kaoken Kitty. Hopefully you can get plenty of rest. And thank you for watching. And, you know, coming on that live chat, that's always awesome. No jumping in that far. Ah, let me guess. Come to join the fight, have you? No need to deny it, friend. You're not the first to answer the Griffin's call. While he's lit a fire in every Alamegan's heart, he's also inspired more than a few Oldans to pledge themselves to the cause, and little wonder the Garleans won't stop until we're all under the yoke. I see you there going around asking questions, looking for the Griffin and his lot, I'll bet. Seems they're the talk of little amigo these days. Folk wondering what he's about, what he's got in store for the Garleans, and what's under that mask of his, of course. Some say he's hardly got a face, what with all the scars. Others reckon he's been marked for death by the Empire, and that they'd send a bloody legion if they knew he was here. Your guess is as good as mine. Where is the last one? That is cool. Wait a second. Oh, that is super badass. Okay, I'm done awing. Maybe I gotta go up. That is not up, that's out. There we go. The resistance. Damned if I know. It's not as if I'd be any use to him. If you set store by all these tales of secret weapons, good luck to you. But I'm too old for the masked bedtime stories. This is our lot, and it's time we got used to it. These people aren't talking. I suppose I should ask what you learned, but I think I already know. Nothing. This Griffin seems to be the leader of the newly formed faction within the Resistance. The Mask? Yet, despite their growing popularity, no one seems to know much about them. Only that they're the most aggressively militant group to join the movement in recent memory. Indeed, many claim their commitment to the cause of Little Alamegan liberation is unrivaled. We can but hope their revolutionary fervor is never channeled in the direction of a primal, though I feel confident that this is the group which received the crystal shipments. We yet lack proof. Before taking any action, I would speak with the settlement's leader to confirm my suspicions and mayhap enlist his help while I'm about it. Given that you and Gundabald are already acquainted, mayhap it would be best if you took a look or took the lead. Shall we? What's up, killing the gamers? Best amount you can get from Alexander. Savage. That is a very cool mount indeed. Maybe one day. Much as it pleases me to see you again, Tonberry, I cannot help but wonder if I should be worried. I hear you and yours have been asking questions. The Griffin, I know of him, as do we all. He and his mask have become a leading faction within the Resistance. Though there was suspicion at first, given his secretive ways, he quickly proved himself the charismatic and capable commander. Men are drawn to his passion and his vision. They truly believe that he has what it takes to lead them to victory. Even I cannot help but admire the man for what he has accomplished, but I have not forgotten Wilfred. I was blind to the danger of his ambitions, and you were not. The Griffin will soon deliver a speech to our people at the sunken temple of Karn. Go see him with your own eyes. Weigh his words with your own heart. How convenient. 'Tis but a pity Thancred is not here to join us. You two go on ahead. I shall stay behind and wait for him. How far away is this? Not too far. Where is the door? Has it begun already? I hear voices coming from within. Hopefully we hear voices. I would love some voice audio.
Brothers and sisters, 20 years ago, Alamigo, our home, was claimed by the Garlean Empire. In our haste to overthrow the King of Ruin, we turned a blind eye to our foes in the north. With our glorious revolution, we but laid a path for a new tyrant to succeed the old. And when confronted with our failure, we fled. Not a day goes by that I do not think of those we left behind. Think of them and feel ashamed. And I know each and every one of you feels the same. We abandoned them, our own flesh and blood, to labor till their backs gave in and their breath gave out, building the twisted steel ramparts which now mar our once majestic mountains. We abandoned them, the brave and true, to fight and die for their country, or worse, to be conscripted and sent off to rob another poor bastard of his home. We abandoned them, the meek and powerless, to bow and scrape when the Garleans pass, to sully themselves that they might live to see another day of misery. The Black Wolf may be dead, but a new Imperial Viceroy reigns in Alamigo now. A beast, not a fraction as merciful. You all know the Eorzean Alliance will do naught to oppose him. For all their promises and platitudes, they will not act if there's no profit in it. Only we can free our brothers and sisters from the Empire's tyranny, my friends. Only we have the courage to stand and fight. They have imprisoned us. They have enslaved us, and they have murdered us, but no more! Blood demands blood, and the Garleans shall pay for every drop they have spilt upon our lands. This I promise you, for we have a power within us, my friends. A power befitting our pride, our righteousness. Only join us, and we shall grant you the means to unleash it, and together we shall see the Alamigan standard raised over the mountains of Gia Arbania once more!
A power befitting their pride. Not at all ominous, that. Wait, is that...
Papalimo, Ida.
What are you two doing here?
I could ask you the same thing.
Well, this is quite the surprise.
If you see what I see, if you feel as I feel...
Might I suggest we continue this conversation in more agreeable surroundings?
For it is not strength of arms that will win this battle, but strength of heart.
Glad to see him reunited. Didn't expect it, for sure. Words cannot express how glad I am to see you both alive and well. And you, though it was pretty obvious you and Tonberry would be fine. The Crystal Braves never had a realistic chance of capturing any of the Scions, divided as they were, and distracted by the better part of Eorzea. But if you truly believed that, forgive me, what exactly have you two been doing all this time? Repaying a favor. After the banquet, we had no choice but to flee Ul'dah, and we would not have been able to do so without the aid of some old friends from the Resistance. That's right, they smuggled us out of the city and sheltered us in Little Alamigo, all at a great risk to themselves. Obviously, we wouldn't let that go unacknowledged, so we offered to help them out with their operations for a while. Then we learned the Scion's exoneration, that Lolorito had severed all the ties with the Crystal Braves, and that General Raban had been reinstated. We resolved to make contact, but having long since discarded our link pearls as a precautionary measure, our options were rather limited. To make matters more complicated, we were embroiled in a delicate operation at the time, leaving me with little choice but to entrust a letter to a courier. I gather from your puzzled expression, however, that you never received it. To be honest, we thought this might happen. While the masks are happy to let refugees spread the word within the community, they're pretty strict about the communicating with outsiders. Oh, and we had also heard a rumor that the Griffin doesn't want us meddling in his affairs. The Griffin mistrusts the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? Curious. It is well known that we're no friends to Garlemald. One would think the man we saw beseeching all and sundry to join his cause would welcome our support. I should say that the man you saw was not, in fact, the Griffin, but an impersonator, and a talented rabble-rouser to boot. 'Twould not surprise me if he were responsible for the majority of these public appearances. As you may have gathered, the Griffin is an extremely cautious and distinguishing man who has made every effort to conceal his identity. Even when we participated in a raid under his direct command, we were not permitted to approach him. It's hard to know what to make of it all. The secrecy, the impersonators, the masks. What? It's not as if I'm making you all wear one, and mine's only covers half my face. It's completely different. Anyway, we heard the Griffin was due to give a speech. We thought it might be a good opportunity to get a better sense of the men behind the, to get a better sense of the man. For all the good it did. And now, you have heard the whole of it, but tell me, what prompted you to take an interest in the Griffin? Summoning? You're not serious. I can't believe it. The Resistance would never even entertain such a ridiculous plan, but the Griffin, well, the man is an enigma. I cannot say with any confidence what he would or would not do. What I can say, however, is that the speech we heard today was not the first to make reference to to a power capable of defeating the Empire. The Mask have made many such claims of late. I confess, I had assumed it to be mere bluster, but in the context of the shipments of which you spoke, it is not impossible that they are alluding to a promal. Whatever it is, we'll find out together, and if anyone tries to stop us, they'll answer to me. Indeed. That is, assuming you'll have us. Glad to see them return, no doubt. Oh. To the group, that is. Popolimo has a mind to learn the Griffin's true intentions. If, as you suspect, the Griffin is indeed plotting to summon a Prommel, we must needs obtain confirmation while there is yet time to act. To that end, I propose we question his double. Given his role as the group's de facto mouthpiece, de facto, I should not be surprised if he were one of the Griffin's closest associates. And while he may not be aware of the most sensitive details, he can probably tell us the masked plans in broad strokes. Like the man whom he impersonates, however, he is wary of outsiders. He will not expose himself without a suitable incentive. My plan is as follows. You and Alfino will pose as adventurers fallen on hard times, inspired by his words to take up arms for a noble cause. Idal and I, as members of the Resistance, will recount tales of your past achievements and testify as your usefulness. The struggles ahead, with our enthusiastic assurances still ringing in his ears, he will decide to welcome you in person, and we will arrange a meeting. You will need to look the part that we might maintain a charade, the charade, until we have him cornered, at least here. This should be enough to purchase suitable garments from Telbot, and have him rub a respectable amount of dirt on them, for good measure. Any questions? It all seems simple enough, thank you. And with that, Tonberry, let us be off. It got so hot. It'd probably be faster to just do this. Some dirty clothes. I wonder how much dirty clothes would cost. Not here. You want to buy what? I don't know what you're up to, but I want no part of it. Well, you're the ones with the gill, and seeing as you're friends of Popolimo, there, tunic and slops for the both of you, tailored and treated to your tastes. Now off with you before someone sees us together. Thought he said off with the outfit now. Close and make a command, as they say. Right then, I will go and change and see you at the spot Pablimo marked on our maps. While wearing the withered shepherd's tunic and slops. Let's see if it's here first beforehand. Oh, it could be anywhere. Oh no. That's it. What are the slops? Pants. Good. Slops. What am I missing here? Ah. I just saw slops and acted on impulse. These slops. Ah. Alphina looks weird. Well, look at us. A pair of down-at-hill adventurers seeking a chance to recapture past glories. Yes, this should suffice. And now we play the waiting game.
My thanks, comrades. You must be the esteemed adventurers of whom I've heard so much. I understand you have taken an interest in our cause.
A great interest, you might say. Your words have certainly made quite an impression on my friend and I. The Resistance has long, and some would say wisely, avoided open engagements with the Garleans, but you and yours seem confident against the world in arms. I can only assume you have good reason to be so bold. Why, one might even think you are planning to summon a primal.
He's just
Because
spilling the
that would do
beans.
much to explain the sizable shipment of crystals you recently received from your smuggler friends, whom our Ishgardian allies have since detained, lest you wonder.
like to hear more about the Griffin? The real Griffin. Your performance earlier didn't fool us.
Ah, the famous scions of the Seventh Dawn. I should have known better than to think I could conceal the truth from you lot. You are right. I am not the Griffin, but I speak with his voice, and it was at his behest that we procured those crystals. You are wrong, however, if you think that we procured them to summon a primal. We used them to reach an accord with the Amalja. In exchange for crystals to summon their god, they will aid us in the fight for Alamegan liberation.
You've got to be joking. Have you gone completely mad? When people find out you helped the Lizardmen summon Ifrit, they'll turn on the Resistance. Alamigo will never be free!
This isn't a fairy tale, girl. We don't have the luxury to play at being honourable heroes. It's because the likes of you wouldn't sully your saintly hands that Alamigo's been under the yoke for the past 20 years. But the Griffin won't stand for it, and neither will we. We're ready to do whatever it takes.
What proof do you have of this arrangement with the Amalja?
What? Aside from a lack of crystals? None. But the beastmen have a great big pile of the things if you fancy looking. You might want to hurry, though. It'll not be long before they summon their god. Search our camp if you don't believe me. We have naught to hide.
If there is a cache to be found, Ida and I will find it.
Then let us be off. Are you perchance the Warrior of Light?
Ah, radio.
Aye. I thought so. You should know that a great many who have joined us did so because you saved them. Because you showed them that one brave man can make a difference. You saved me too once. Helped a friend over in Quarry Mill make some medicine I needed. But that was a lifetime ago. On behalf of my brothers and sisters, I thank you. You gave us hope where there was none, courage and strength when all was lost. We shall not squander your gift.
I know that look, Ida, and I do not like it. You cannot seriously be contemplating taking up arms with that band of cutthroats.
I just...
If the Griffin and his men have their way, it is only a matter of time before the situation in Alamigo comes to a head. Your homeland's future teeters on a knife edge, and any reckless action, however small, could have irrevocable consequences. You mustn't lose sight of that, Ida. When the time comes, we must all make our choices, but we must do so in full possession of the facts. Now, let us away. There is work to be done.
Get out of those. Quarry Mill, he said. Do you remember? Forgive me. You cannot be expected to recall every name and face. Besides, it is not as if it matters. I have long admired how you live in the present, how you focus on the problems at hand and always keep moving forward. So let us keep moving forward together, Tonberry. We must find and secure those crystals. It is no time for looking back. Yes. Okay, let's keep going. Alfino would keep moving forward. One life for one world. If we take the Griffin's double at his word, then the crystals are now somewhere within Zaharak, ready to be put to use by the Al-Najah. We must apprise Alise of what we've learned. I will join you both in Little Alamigo after I've changed. Come on, dude. You can just change here. I did. Must be Shah. Ran right past him. I'm going to stream until non, actually. I'll be on here another hour. Maybe an hour and a half. See how it goes. Now that Thancred has finally arrived, mayhap you could share your latest findings. At the latest, I'll go till 10, just in case this story just keeps pumping. But not after 10, just at the risk of crazy, crazy things going down that I cannot miss out on. You mean to tell me that while we were worrying ourselves sick, Ida and Papalimo were here all along? Well, Y'shtola will be relieved, and also angry, mainly angry, I should think. As for the crystals, what choice do we have? We cannot very well leave them in the hands of the Al-Majah, for we all know they could be preparing to summon Ifrit even as we speak. We must make for Zaharak without delay. Agreed. If there is naught else to discuss, let us depart at once. I hope so. It would be nice. And so they go forth in accordance with the Griffin's plan. The players gather to assume their marks on a stage with the in flame. Ere long, the curtain shall rise, and the drama of which I am author, gods forgive me, shall at last be performed. Naught else remaineth, save to stand at the ready and pray that the chance is seized, for never shall we know its slack again. I confess, I expected a warmer greeting, but we must not jump to conclusions, not until we have braved the Bowl of Embers. Bowl. We must be ready to engage the enemy at any moment. If you make any final preparations, pray do so now. I shall wait your signal. Upon proceeding at the Bowl of Embers, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Ooh, I'm ready for it. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Done and done. Let me actually repair some equipment. Just really quick. Oh. Never mind. I have to go way too far out of the way for that. Forward. Proceed. Oh, it's gonna get interesting. A lot of cutscenes. That's what I'm ready for.
This isn't right. The Emulger would never leave this place so poorly guarded.
Ambush.
Not willingly, no.
The Warriors of Darkness.
Ah, the saviors of Eorzea. Slow as ever.
By the 12. Will you never learn?
You know, you're right. Mayhap it is time for a change of tack. Killing primals, tormenting beastmen, hastening the birth of a new god. It's all a bit much, isn't it? And frankly, we don't have the leisure to do it. But killing the Warrior of Light, on the other hand, that would soon plunge Eorzea into chaos. One life for one world. A fair exchange! Wouldn't you agree?
Email.
Lest you forget, you've more than one opponent.
Carbuncle! Defend me!
Carby.
I sense you will offer more than mere target practice, unlike your sister.
Alize!
Did I not tell you, Alphino? I am not the girl I once was. My brother was always the clever one, while my talents lay elsewhere.
I'll have to get pumped to make sure that doesn't happen. I don't want to die. Oh, she's got skills.
If you would dare to stand against us, to destroy all that we hold dear, then you shall die by my sword.
Did not expect that.
Let's finish this.
Cube badassery. Oh, here we go. Hopefully Ifrit's already out. He does what he wants. Good. Don't worry about this guy. No, the casters. Don't worry about them first. Oh, no.
There's no escape!
Whoa. will he get his loft back? Get out of here. Make sure you're dead this time. You come back to life. I will not have this. Whoa. Okay, maybe I've got to worry about this guy first.
No more games.
Kill the person he's tethered. Ah, okay. God damn it, I can't break free. Feel the pain. Did we lose? Is this part of it?
It ends now.
What?
What?
The chains!
You snake! You would betray us as well?
He that holdeth fast unto his convictions shall never count betrayal amongst his crimes, though all the world may call him villain. My path is unchanged, my creed sacrosanct. This I believe with all my heart. But say, warrior of darkness, and speak true, what dost thou believe? That rendering up the souls of thy world in service to the rejoining will grant it salvation? Nay.
By the 12! Oriange!
I knew it. They kept throwing out all the signs.
Mine apologies, Master Alphino. That the brightest light might shine, duty did compel me to walk in darkest shade.
You can't fool me.
You sweet fool. I was almost willing to believe you had turned against us. I expect a full explanation when this is over. For now, may I assume you have turned your cloak for the last time?
Thou mayest, my lady. By thy leave.
Even odds, then. No matter. We'll crush the lot of you in one fell swoop!
It's round 2.
Understood.
Hearken to me. We only have one chance. Channel your ether into my blade that I might strike before the mage casts his spell. I cannot do it alone, but together we can defeat them! Make ready! They come!
know how to channel the ether into her. Just take these guys out. No, why did I use that? That I can live with somewhat.
It's not enough.
What? Hey, I'm not the Lullabill you're looking for. Doesn't do much good to even worry about him. I thought it might. It doesn't. Where's their little healer? Screw it. Oh, I'm running out of MP. Oh, no. Oh, so close. You gotta do all of that all over again. Oh. We'll be doing a lot of skipping. Oh.
This isn't...
If only they just set you back at the last fought. The first one's not so bad. The second one now. I gotta focus more. If I wouldn't have ran out of MP, that would have helped so much.
You shall fall soon enough. There's no escape.
Already out of MP. Okay. Will do. Kill the magus. He's tethered to. Whew. Feel your pain. Just a little bit more. Ah, this again.
Hurry up, neighbor.
Yeah. I have no idea what I just told E3 to do. I think I just unsummoned him. Why did I do that? Oh, I'm screwing up so bad right now. This would be a good split. Need MP to get E3 back out. This should do it. Leave me alone, dude. Leave me alone. We're so close. Go away. Oh, go away. Go away. Oh my goodness, no. Come on. Come on, give it to her. Yes, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Oh, yes.
With this blade, I banish the darkness.
No. Not like this.
Oh. What is up, Naru? Mill. Glad you could join us. Oh. Whew. Hey, I got it. I got it.
Alize, are you hurt?
A touch dizzy, but otherwise fine. Thank you.
Alice is a badass.
And there you have it. Our friend is too stubborn to die.
We are far from finished. Or have you never considered how we came to this world?
Crystals? You mean, like the Ascians?
Just so. As the Ascians flee unto the rift twixt plains with crystals of darkness, so did these warriors come hither with crystals of light.
Eloquent, as always. I, like the Ascians, We too are beyond death.
Thank you, Matthew.
You cannot defeat that which is eternal.
Wait! Such methods as the Ascians employ require the renunciation of the flesh. You would have had to...
At long last you see. To save our world, we gave our lives.
Zombies.
We were just adventurers trying to make our way. An odd job here, a favor there. We never aspired to be warriors of light. But word of our deeds spread, and soon people were calling us heroes. They placed their hopes and dreams on our shoulders, and bid us fight for all that was good and right. We fought, and we fought, and we fought, until there was no one left to fight. We won! And now our world is being erased from existence.
Choco joins the stream every chance she can get. She's fun.
We did everything right. Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this. You of all people should understand. We will not falter. We brought our world to the brink of destruction, and now we must save it.
It's hard not to feel bad for him.
I've died before, Arbet. I'm not afraid to die again.
No matter how many times we fall, we must rise and carry on the fight for those we left behind.
To have known the depths of sorrow and embraced the highest sacrifice. Nonetheless, Master Louis-Sois, guide my hand, I pray you, as fate's thread spinneth upon this most capricious spindle. Quickly! Thou must needs invoke the power of thy crystal.
What is this place?
Such pain. Such sorrow. Oh, my dear children.
Minfilia?
It can't be.
Mother Heidelin, hearken unto your children's plea. From two worlds do we gather, and from two worlds do we offer a bounty of light. In this desperate hour we do beseech your intercession. We beg an audience with the word of the Mother, with your chosen Minfilia.
Your cries go not unheard, nor your sacrifices unnoticed. Though many are lost, there are those we can yet save, whom I can yet save.
Minfilia.
Blessed children of the First, the light of your world hath grown blinding in its radiance, but it is not yet absolute. I will hie me to your world, and there take unto myself the light which riseth even now to drown it, as darkness once did drown another.
Now you deign to answer our prayers? I will suffer this farce no longer!
As the Ascians must serve as instruments of Zodiark's will, so too must others carry out the will of Hydaelyn. But for the boon you have granted her, she has grown strong enough to set me free, that I might serve as her emissary. Your suffering, your sacrifice, your supplications, she has heard all. We will not let the first fall to light. Thank you, Urianger, for bringing everyone here. It fills my heart with joy to look upon the faces of my friends once more.
In taking you unto her bosom, I knew that Hydaelyn had bequeathed to you a sliver of her grace, granting you strength long sought. And in treating with the Ascians, I learnt of a star like unto our own, a doomed world of fallen heroes, in whom I glimpsed ourselves, the first. Full long did I search for a means to save this world, concluding at the last that the answer lay in the power of blessed crystals. And thus did I labor to set light against dark. Yet I knew from the beginning that this salvation would not come without sacrifice. For the instrument of the First's deliverance would of necessity be required to journey thither, there to remain, mayhap forever.
You orchestrated all of this, not to save her, but to send her away.
One life for one world. Such was the bargain, and you the coin, though it were not mine to spend.
Have we not walked together in the light of the crystal, and at her bidding borne witness to the joys and sorrows of this land? Each and every one of you knows my heart. If this be the price I must pay, I pay it gladly.
You would go alone, then?
My dearest Thancred, You who have ever watched over me, I am truly grateful for all you have done on my behalf, as would my father be.
But he's taking this really hard.
Your kindness, your compassion, your love. These are your gifts to me, and our gifts to them, forming a bond which transcends time and space.
Sometimes I forget you are not the child I once knew. Make me proud.
Long have I watched you from Heidelin's side, watched as you nurtured and kept safe the light of the dawn. The dark recesses of the world hide untold secrets and dangers. Thus do I entrust to you, Tupsimati. I pray you, keep to the path that you may never have need of it.
Twould seem the power of our crystals is all but spent. Perhaps, if there is naught else to be done.
Hear me, servant of Heidelin. If you would have us place our trust in you, then I would ask a favor. Take us with you. Take us home. We were blind to the truth once, so I tell you this, as one fool to another. Light, dark, it doesn't matter. What matters is how you choose to use them. We made our choice and you see what came of it, so please, forge a different path. Seize a better fate.
It is a strange feeling. So many times have I watched you depart, my heart filled with worry. And ever did you return to me in triumph. Someday, when I have found a way to free this star from her sorrow, I promise you I shall repay the favor. Thank you, Lamine, for everything.
Lamine. I finally know how to say your name. Oh, that's sad. That was all kind of sad. It would seem we are in southern Thanalan again, and Feely is doing, no doubt. May the 12 speed her on her way. And the Warriors of Darkness, too. I cannot help but wonder what awaits those wayward souls. If they gave their lives in order to travel to the source, then in returning to the first, would they not? But mayhap that was their wish. Oh yeah, definitely good as story fusion. We're going to continue. Alphino seems to be at loss for words. Forgive me, my thoughts were elsewhere, and this when I know full well there is yet work to be done, the crystals. Leave them to me. I will go back into Zonharok and secure them. The Almjal will still be in disarray after a thrashing the Warriors of Darkness gave him. They are not like to notice a lone bard sulking about. But Thancred, you don't have to do this, I know, but I want to. I will see you at the Rising Stones. I should go and find Udon and Papalymo. They must have finished searching the mask camp by now. Not that it matters anymore. You must be tired, Tonberry. I know I am. If thou wilt permit me, my lady, I would ask a question. When didst thou become aware of mine independent pursuits? When I saw you meeting with that warrior of darkness and the Ascian in a Wat at the great library, I tried not to think the worst. You've never been one to confide in others, so I knew that even were your intentions pure, you would not share your plans with us until you felt the time was right. What's up, Kevin? How's it going? But I cannot deny that a part of me feared you had simply betrayed us. Would that there had been another way. I know that I took no pleasure in deceiving thee, and that these sins will forever weigh heavy on my heart. I understand why you did what you did, but that sought to achieve the greatest good while inflicting the least harm. Not many would have the courage to make that choice. But even knowing what came of your actions, I find that I cannot condone them. I'm sorry. Tunberry, forgive me, but I believe the events of today have taken their toll on me. I should like to rest for a while. If thou wilt grant me leave, I would gladly escort thee unto the refuge of thine own choosing. Once my lady hath regained her strength, we shall join thee at the Rising Stones. Until then, warrior of light. Where is Papalymo? Back in little... No. But that is faster to travel here. This upcoming part is amazing as well. Ooh, I can't wait. Could have probably just went through Little Alamigo, but I hate going through that place. It's not the town, it's the tunnels. Well met, Tonberry. Alphino said you would be joining us. 'Twould seem the Griffin's double was telling the truth, insofar as we found nothing resembling a sizable cache of crystals in the masked camp. Did you perchance find one in Zaharak? Actually, some things went down. I don't believe it. The crystals, Minfilia, all of it. It's just, I don't know what it is. I sympathize, Yuta. Even now, I struggle to comprehend that which I saw. The only thing I can say with any certainty is that I feel blessed to have been granted a final chance to speak with her. 'Twas bittersweet. Aye, but also affirming. Alphino, I believe it is past time, Yudal, and I rejoin the Scions. We have been away for far too long. Though I am loath to leave the Griffin to his own devices, I feel our investigation would benefit from your more dispassionate perspectives, and I hope that we might in turn offer our own opinions on the many challenges that you faced in our absence. Gods, it's been absolutely ages, hasn't it? I can't wait to hear about everyone's adventures. We should be glad to recount them, and Tataru's tales may well surprise you. Dalrogger, be praised, it is you. Yida love, standing here before me in the flesh. I can hardly believe my eyes. Oh, come now. Has it really been so long you don't remember me? It's Gundobald. I fought beside your father in the Revolution. I do not think less of her, friends. It's been 20 years since the occupation sent us our separate ways. But the resistance were always welcome in Little Amigo. They gave us hope, and young Ira, most of all. Aye, Ira here was always full of fire, even the first to volunteer for a mission until the day she up and vanished, that is. There were rumors, and we feared the worst, but here you are, alive and well, looking nary a day older. Well, what can I say? I'm sorry for running off like that and making you all worry. It's a long story, but you see, I got involved with my friends here, the Scions. Oh, sorry. We were still the circle of knowing back then, right? Anyway, I'll always come back to tell you, but I wanted to come back to tell you, but it was very secretive stuff at the time, and as you can see, I'm completely fine. I know we've got a lot to talk about, and we will, but right now, I've got to hurry back to our headquarters. My friends are expecting me. Pray forgive her. It has been a very long day for us all. I promise we will visit again at the first opportunity. Take it easy, Mel. Thank you for watching. No doubt. Hells take me for giving you that mask. Alphino and the Rising Stones. Joker's asleep. It's a good thing for now. Although here in like 10 minutes, I guarantee she'll wake up and be super hopper. Okay, let's speak with Alfino in the Rising Stones. And we'll just leave it like that for now. Welcome home, Tomberry. I trust your journey was uneventful. You will be pleased to hear that Thancred has secured the crystals he sent word a short while ago. Once he has delivered them safely into the Temple Knot's care, he will rejoin us here, and we can declare this matter officially resolved. While awaiting your arrival, I took the opportunity to contact Y'shtola and Krell and briefed them on all that has occurred. I also requested that they return to the Rising Stones at their earliest convenience. Now that our lost friends have been found, it would seem, meet to discuss the future. Yeah, I'm starting to get the same feeling. But I love the cutscenes, so yeah, as time consuming as they are, they're worth sitting through.
Back in the Solar. It's been too long since we were all together like this. Not since after Moonbreeder.
Much has changed since then. We ourselves, most of all.
Though not all who were lost could be gathered here today, we may take comfort in the knowledge that those who are not are carrying on the fight.
While I am grateful to our friends in the north for their hospitality, it isn't half good to be back.
But, as Papalima rightly said, much has changed since we last stood here. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are not as they once were, nor should we be. Our travels in the north brought us into contact with a host of fine and generous people, and their selfless deeds serve to show me that it is not lofty causes that should inform our actions, but our hearts. And I hope that the Scions might continue in this manner, as individuals driven by individual principles. Provided we all sincerely desire to work towards Eorzea's salvation, I believe the paths we follow to achieve it need not, and should not, be dictated by any single ideal.
Companions bound by a common purpose, free to go whither they will. The idea is not without merit. Very well. I shall resume my research of the primals and the elder gods of Eorzea. Should anyone have need of my findings, you need only ask. I should be glad of your continued assistance.
Well, my main purpose in coming here was to see the signs of the Seventh Dawn restored and my dear friend found. Nevertheless, having involved myself in your struggles, I feel compelled to see them through to the bitter end. For Minfilia's sake. That is, if there are no objections.
You will always be welcome here, Kryle.
There's always room for another Lalafell.
Urianger, can we trust you to carry on your investigation of the Ascians as before?
Regardless of mine own desires, I am undeserving of your trust, having so villainously deceived you all.
Now, I'll hear no more of that. 'Twould be disrespectful of Minfilia's wishes. She entrusted matters here to us, that we might protect this star and understand the truth which hides at her heart. Mayhap I can handle the former, but I think you far better suited to the latter. No?
Very well. Then out of love for my Lady Minfilia and Moonbreeder both, This shall be my solemn charge.
Papalimo and I should probably return to Thanalan to keep an eye on the Resistance. There's still the matter of the Griffin and the Amalja, not to mention the new Imperial Viceroy. That little lot must be worthy of our attention, right?
And what will you do, Alize?
You know I have no great love for organizations and formalities. That being said, this new approach you propose is not wholly objectionable, and we've always got him to keep us from bickering. But I will suffer no titles. I am not here for House Leveilleur, nor to walk in Grandfather's shadow.
Upon that point, we see eye to eye. If it please you, you may think of me as but another comrade in arms.
Well then, Alfie, I, for my part, shall see to the paperwork and the finances with my characteristic aplomb.
I would not have it any other way, Tataru.
Justin Schwick. I feel your pain, no doubt. I've been there before. Power on, grind on. You'll get there.
And we mustn't forget you. What now for the Warrior of Light?
A new adventure, what else? The road goes ever on, to strive for those we have lost, for those we can yet save. I'm gonna go with this.
Indeed.
The path behind us was fraught with hardship, and the path before us will be no less unforgiving. But a new dawn shall break over the realm, and I see before me the faces of those who will deliver it.
Look at them, Tonberry, the signs of the seventh dawn. Look how far we've come. The people we've met, the moments we've shared, the losses we've suffered, the tragedies we've overcome, all of it has made us who we are today. Where we go from here, and what future holds, only the 12 know. But I know that we will find out together. Ooh. Another cutscene.
One world's heroes are another world's villains. One world's loss, another world's gain. Where men go as one, there is life. And where there is life, my friends, if I may, I would ask that you entrust Tupsimati to me. Clouds gather upon the horizon, and as Master Louisoix's disciple, I would keep it close at hand. Thank you. I shall guard it well. There is cause to hope. For every ending, every parting, marks a new beginning.
What is he up to? He gave it up so easy. Didn't even question his motives. Well done, brother. You may resume your normal duties and rejoin the others. The coming battle shall be our greatest yet, and I intend to stand with you all on the glorious day. True believers are so readily led. I have given them everything they desired, all for which they have prayed. I doubt you can say the same for your pawns. Get what you wanted, then. Was it all worth it in the end? There were some unexpected developments, but they were ultimately to our advantage. Be it host to Sifrit of light or dark, a world bereft of equilibrium is but a void in waiting. A void is no use to my master. I shall follow her emissary with great interest. As for the pawns whom you so pity, they have delivered unto me a gift, which I now present to you. What is this? Oh no. Nidhogg's eyes. Why didn't they destroy him? The eyes of Nidhogg. Many were candidate to consider. But by your deeds you have proven yourself the most deserving. A man boundless rage, bottomless despair, in whose breast beats a heart which thirsts for vengeance. Only you are fit to wield these eyes for will or for woe. I know, Zombie Fox. When they had the chance, when he said throw them into the abyss, they should have just smashed them. I don't know. Something. Not roll them into an abyss. So it was here all along. Oh, just you wait, my pretty. You and I are going to have so much fun. It's like the ring from Lord of the Rings. No retreat, no surrender. Tataru. Tataru has a request for you. Oh, Thornberry, just the hero I wanted to see. Would you mind doing me a small favor? I need you to meet me at the Diamond Forge. This won't take long, I promise. I'll just run outside. Oh, the Mordona loading screen. I'm sorry to drag you away from your duties, but as I said, this won't take long. I just need you to stand perfectly still for a few moments. Uh-oh. What is going down? Right, everyone, ready to go to work. No squirming now. Oh, and you might want to close your eyes. Uh-oh. New clothes. Maybe not. What did she do? There, all finished. The Warrior of Light's every measurement, from heroic head to intrepid toe. Just Tataru being Tataru. Well, you wouldn't like... Oh, well, wouldn't you like to know? All in good time, Tomberry. All in good time. Ah, I found you. Alphino wants everyone in the Solar for a meeting. I don't know what it's about, but he seemed to think it was very important. Go on, we have everything we need. No sense in keeping everyone waiting. Good, they saved me a few loading screens.
We're here! Did we miss anything?
We would not presume to begin without you, Ida. Orianger has returned to the Waking Sands, but everyone else is now present.
Yes, but for what exactly? We all have duties to attend to, Alphino, so you may dispense with the preamble.
Thank you, Elise. It is the very subject of those duties which compelled me to call this gathering. Though the Warriors of Darkness no longer pose a threat, Eorzea's many troubles demand no less of our attention. And while I stand by the decision to approach each task as we see fit, I fear our effectiveness will ultimately be diminished should we continue to act in ignorance of each other's efforts. Thus, I propose we elect a successor to Minfilia. Not to serve as a fully fledged antecedent, perhaps, but as a coordinator of operations.
Is that all? Oh, then the decision seems clear. No one else has shown any enthusiasm for the role, and judging by your performance at our previous meeting, you would seem the perfect candidate. You always did have a flair for politics.
I did not mean to... That was not my intention. As my tenure as commander of the Crystal Braves comprehensively demonstrated, I lack the qualities required for such an office. I would much prefer to remain as I am now, a soldier in the field, so to speak.
Should none of our number step forward, must we then constrain some unwilling candidate to take up the position?
Phew.
Well, based on merit alone, a certain adventurer would be my choice. Though I concede he might struggle to balance his new responsibilities with, let me see, slaying primals, thwarting legatuses, and feeding the orphan poor.
Thancred makes a good point. Any who would wear such a mantle would be bound by its obligations. Have we not become sufficiently familiar with each other's methods to act without an overseer? At present, I see no cause to so willingly limit one of our number.
Oh my goodness! Help! I need some help here!
Oh, creepy music. Something's going down. Not what I thought.
Tataru, are you all right?
Me? I'm fine. It's this poor girl who just staggered in and collapsed on the floor that I'm worried about.
Narco! God, how did... Yashola! Please, you have to help her.
Kral, a hand if you would. Let us see about closing these wounds.
Now, we've staunched the bleeding, but it may be a while before you can move about again. Though having seen your wounds, I'm surprised you are still moving at all.
Thank you. My message. It was too important to delay. I took the shortest route I could, though I knew it was more heavily patrolled. As you can see, my efforts at evasion were not entirely successful.
Honestly, you're too brave for your own good. What was so urgent that you needed to fight half the Empire to get here? You could have been killed.
I'm sorry, Ida. I had good reason. But I imagine your friends are wondering who this bloody mess of a Mikote is. My name is Minago, and I belong to the Alamegan resistance. I came to warn Ida and Papalimo about one of our leaders. A man who calls himself the Griffin. He's always been dangerous, but he's planning something new. Something reckless.
The Griffin, you say? I've heard the name. Rumor has it your man is eager to test his claws.
Aye, and on no easy target. He means to assault Belsar's wall from the Alamegan side.
But what does the Griffin possibly hope to gain from such an attack?
From what I understand, he wants the fires of war to spread to Eorzea. And for that, he needs to control the border with Gridania.
So, he means to spark a conflict between the Alliance and the Imperial forces stationed in Alamigo, to have Eorzea's armies aid in the liberation effort, whether they will it or no.
His plan is flawed. Even should the Resistance succeed in occupying the wall, they would not be able to hold it. Imperial reinforcements would drive them out within a week.
Be that as it may, if there is even a chance that this scheme could bring about an escalation in hostilities between Eorzea and the Empire, the Alliance must be informed.
Agreed. I should depart for Limsa forthwith and seek an audience with the Admiral. Thancred, Uldar is yours. Alphino and Alize, make haste to the Twelveswood and notify the Elder Seedseer of the danger to Gridania. She will duly call a council of the Alliance leaders, whom you must be ready to receive. You will be our voice in Ishgard. Explain the situation to Sir Emeric, and encourage him to send an envoy. To Taru, Kryl. I leave the care of our injured messenger to you. See that she remains quiescent and her wounds closed. I believe that covers everything. Let us be about our tasks.
I suspect the ill tidings from Girabania will be held as a turning point. The beginning to a bloody end. The business of war was ever conducted with the coin of self-sacrifice. 'Twas Master Louis Soir himself who taught us that such costs are not to be ignored or denied. And so, I shall embrace them. When the time comes, I will make my choice, as you will yours.
The suspense. It is real. Making loads of progress today, that is for sure. Pray keep your voice down. Sorry. Sorry. Oh, I don't even have to talk to him. He's standing. Oh, never mind. He's not standing here. Forehand. Greetings, warrior of Lot. What business brings you to Ishgard? I see. Wait here. I will summon Sir Emmerich. It is good to see you, my friend. 'Tis but a pity it must be under such circumstances. Had Lucia informed me of the urgency of your suit, I would certainly have sent for some wine. But to business. I thank you for bringing these developments in Alamigo to our attention. Ishgard will of course send an envoy to attend the council in Gridania. I cannot say who will represent us, however, as the choice is not mine to make. Not mine alone, at any rate. Given the imminence of that threat, we may forego the formalities of a full assembly, but I will still need to consult my counterpart in the House of Commons prior to proceeding. Will you permit me some time to make the necessary arrangements? I thank you. Our representative, whomever we select, will recognize a suitable escort. Make your preparations and inform Sir Hondalu that he is to lead in your absence. Yes, Lord Commander. Tunberry, pray accompany Lucia to the gates of judgment and make ready to depart for Gridania. I will have our envoy join you as soon as I can. Fury speed, you on your way. Okay. And before everything starts getting any more suspenseful, juicy, or anything that seems like a good chapter pause, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and sign out of here tonight. It has been awesome, and hopefully you subscribe if you do, you know, care about this story and would like to see it play out the rest of the way. I will be back on here tomorrow at 8 o'clock playing till 10. But I definitely have to take me a break and get ready for some Game of Thrones. It looks like there's a little bit more of this story than I have time for tonight. I have work tomorrow, so I have to kind of schedule my night out a little. But no doubt, everybody, it has been really, really fun. Oh, we have accomplished quite a bit today. And Wednesday, Final Fantasy XII will return. No doubt. I just, with my work schedule going on, I usually don't have time to factor it into anything. So Wednesday, Final Fantasy XII will return, but tomorrow we will only have 14, and the same for Tuesday night, which Tuesday night I will have longer to actually play. But I thank you all for watching, no doubt. I will try my best tomorrow to get as much done as possible. But, Zombie Fox, thank you for coming in here and keeping the chat alive. It's great seeing it alive. Justin Swick, thank you for coming in here as well. And Mel, hopefully you're doing well as well. Thank you for watching. Kevin, thanks for joining. Fusion, thank you so much. Naru, glad to have you around. And Matthew, great. Killing the Gamers, thanks for watching. Gonzalo, glad to have you, my friend. Kaoken Kitty, thank you for watching. Edelito, thank you as well for coming in here. It was really good, really awesome today. And Clara, glad to have you around. It has been an amazing time. But everybody, again, I'm going to jump out of here, grab a bite to eat, and watch me some Game of Thrones, and then get ready for bed. Right after I walk Choco, of course. But I hope you all have a great night, and again, I hope you can catch me tomorrow night. And Tuesday night, we will close the Dragon Song War out. Not really sure when, but feels like it's definitely soon. I've heard word through the chat that it'll definitely be soon, so hopefully you can catch that. And then we will be on Stormblood before you know it. Oh, I'm so ready for Stormblood. This story is so good. And then I'll be caught up. Oh, it'll be so awesome. But again, thank you all. And I'm out of here for tonight. Take it easy, everybody. Take it easy. And good night to you all.